Previously on Final Fantasy XVI.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Oh, there's gonna go, Speak for yourself, Clive. Now, me gonna go over here and eat him now. Blah, 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 blah. Torgal, please, you'll ruin your dinner. Whatever, dinner already ruined for all Torgal snacks. Torgal been eating. It's not gonna matter much at this point. Blah, 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 blah. And now back to Yoshi Peak Fiction. Hello! It's NicoB! Back with some more Final Fantasy XVI. When we last left off, hey Clive, do you like boats? No, I don't. Not anymore, at least. Yes, we got stuck with a very mid-quest, with mid tasking us with a very mid-making of a mid-boat. mid. And yeah, it wasn't great. And I guess I'm really glad to say that I wasn't the only one who felt this way. Whenever I feel like I'm gonna be critical, especially on a big game like this, I do feel like, oh God, I hope I'm like not the only one that felt like this. But nope, everybody else pretty much agreed that this was the worst part of the game. Like, listen, you guys know me, okay? You guys know that I'm okay with doing a bunch of random middling bullshit as long as I feel like I'm getting something significant out of it, all right? This is the guy that did all the fucking quests in Xenoblade 1, okay? And most of those quests fucking sucked. But I do have a much lower tolerance for when things like that are actually inserted into the main quest of the game. And even less of a tolerance when that shit is so blatantly padding and has really little to no value in any way. I mean, hey, at least we got to go finally see Sid at the end, which was nice. Even if Mid wasn't even there, which is even more, I think, of a stinger here, is just the fact that the whole point of the quest was to get Mid to come with us, and she doesn't even do that by the end. So I feel kind of like I was robbed of what I was owed. But there were a lot of interesting comments about this, because apparently this is a bit of a syndrome of not just Final Fantasy 16, but actually of Final Fantasy 14 as well, which Yoshi P was, lead director on. And someone who did a really good job of explaining that was Ponder3225, who last episode said, Mid's entire quest chain needs to be pruned in future updates for this game. Like, as someone who played Final Fantasy 14 religiously over the last 10 years, that quest is peak CBU's 3 quest design. They do that shit even in the main quest scenarios, where after something big happens or when you're about to do something big, they decide to throw a bunch of menial tasks that could be shortened or cut out entirely. In fact, they already have done this. A few years ago now, they have cut down the quest of Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn to make it more digestible to new players. A lot of the meandering and pointless story quests got straight up removed or shortened significantly and improved the pacing overall. So it does give me a crumb of hope that they'll do the same thing here if the feedback is loud enough. Yeah, it's definitely not great. And even as someone who's not experienced with a lot of MMOs, this is the kind of shit that made me not want to play MMOs back in the because I actually had tried like a few MMOs. They were like general like free to play stuff, but like they all had this exact same problem where it's just there are things in moments of the game that absolutely destroy the pacing by forcing you to go do some really meandering bullshit. Now, it's one thing if it's a side thing, right? If it's a side quest, because then I chose to do that, all right? That's on me. I decided to give this one a try, and that's, I could have skipped it if I wanted to. But when it's like this in the main quest, it's kind of like, it's not as forgivable, in my opinion. And I think the big issue, too, is it doesn't have to be like this. Like, I get that the game cannot be literally all big, huge, big dick Titan fights throughout the whole game, right? Even Azura's Wrath, like, has moments where the game slows down a bit, right? It's not like every single fight is also just like the huge fighting the Titan of Gods, because you need that in between. Otherwise, those big special moments don't feel that special anymore. So I think that's good. But the thing is, they have to feel like they serve a good purpose. Like you're getting something out of it as the player, whether it's a new gameplay mechanic, an interesting storyline that follows hopefully closely tied to the main story, or at the very least, some really great characterization and character interactions. We got a very minute amount of that in this one with both Jill, or we could have had Tarja, as well as either Otto or Gav, but it was still really small, an absolute drop in the bucket of what was this whole quest line. And the thing is, we already had a really great example of them actually doing this correctly. And that was the whole thing with Unky Byron. That whole section technically was all just kind of padding and, giving us something else to do between the next big set piece. We were going on adventures through Dalmekia, helping out that one dude, the Lubar, and doing some other side stuff, you know, and like, but that section felt significantly better because one, Byron's a great character and we really shine a light on him and his relationship with Clive. And it also shows some of his ingenuity as well. Not to mention, I think Labor was also a pretty great character that they handled really well. So I wasn't bothered by it because it felt like I was getting something out of it. Even if in retrospect, you really look at it and you go, yeah, that's definitely something that's kind of just meant to pad out the game maybe, or to essentially de-escalate, but it shouldn't ever de-escalate to the point of monotony, right? That's the fine line there. But Ponder, thank you so much for your very accurate and enlightening comment about FF14, which I wasn't even entirely aware of myself. And it's that reason you are comment of the day. But anyway, I'm not gonna harp any more on this. I don't know if there's more to this quest line because seemingly I feel like only made like a part of the boat. I don't know if we're actually gonna end up making all the other parts of the boat. And if that does end up happening, if they end up looping back around and we are doing more of these boat quests, I hope you guys will not judge me for skipping through what is like gonna be the least interesting parts of that, right? Essentially like describing how this affects the boats, you know, mechanisms and blah, 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 all our made up fantastical bullshit, right? That doesn't actually fucking matter. There might not be, maybe this is all there was, but if there is more, I might skip through a bit of it, and I hope you guys won't judge me too harshly. Like, I hate to do that, especially when the game is fully voice acted and everything, but when it's just not that interesting, and I feel like we could be taking the time to focus on the interesting parts, then, you know, I don't feel quite as bad. Like, for example, if we run to a section where obviously I'm talking to one of the other characters and we're getting more like Gav and Jill moments or Taria or Otto or whatever, then obviously I will definitely let those play out. But anything that's like, well, you gotta take the hoodly doodly and stick it in the bingo doodly, I'm probably gonna skip through that, okay? I hope you will forgive me. I'm just glad that I wasn't alone in my feelings because I hate being critical about a game and then looking at the comments, everyone's like, Nico, what are you talking about? I love that part of the game. That was the best part. I love making Mid's ginormous plot device boat. All right, so we are now, what are we even trying to do? I got so much talking about the boat, I don't even remember what I'm actually trying to do in this moment. Only a single mother crystal remains in Storm, Drake's Tail and the Crystalline Dominion. Clive and Jill set out to breach the borders of the Dominion and infiltrate its capital, Twidside, now besieged seat of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. Yes, make for Bacala. I'm so ready. But also, we also have some other stuff. So there's a quest line right down there. But there's also a plus quest line over here, which means we definitely got to do this. Oh, it's actually a letter? I think I also may have another quest too here for the letter. Another thing too, I really got to say, I wish that they did. I mean, I get why they didn't, but I wish they did. I wish I could teleport around this fucking hideaway. You come back here so often. Like, I get the reason why they didn't do it was because they want you to feel like you're running through it, right? And experiencing and listening to people talk about, you know, the change in events, right? They want you to make it feel like it's a lived-in area. Then I can respect that. The problem is that Clive runs slow as fuck in this area. Like, I hate that I can't do my big sprinty thing. I can only do my half run here. So what it leads to is just like, fucking goddamn. And especially these moments where I gotta run back here and deliver some shit all the way to the opposite end. Because I can't, I always start here and I have to run all the way over here or all the way over here. It's like, why? God, why? Why can't it just be like, give me a teleports to the like important areas, like here and even here, just like even that would have been enough because then it wouldn't take that long to get back here. It just takes too much time to get around this damn hideaway, man. All right, what we got? Holy shit, are all of these? All these quests? Wow, okay, we actually have quite a few. Off the record, I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention, maybe. And by that, I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Goat.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Okay. A bad feeling.
Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come visit me at the toll.
What? What do you mean something wrong with Torgal? Don't fuck with me, Karen.
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Oh, yeah, in regards to Torgal, by the way, I actually have been meaning to ask you guys something. I noticed that when I look into the menu here, let's see, go over to attributes, and then over here, damn, look how much he's leveled up now. Lighting looser, I don't know what the fuck that means. You can see down here, he's actually got the blood of Fenrir. So launches several elementally charged orbs at a single distant target, conjures a healing aura, projects Torgal immediately in front of an enemy, causing damage dealing shockwave. Get all these cool moves here, but do I actually have a way to control this? And like, it didn't add any new moves to his little doggy D-pad assignment. And I don't know if I know of any way I could turn him, like, this seems like this is something when he activates like Fenrir mode. But can I control that in any way? I'm not sure if I've even seen him turn into it since that one cutscene fight. I don't know. Is there something I'm missing here? Because this is cool. Like, I'm like, that's actually really neat. I'd love to be able to control this in some way. Let me know, because that seems like it'd be probably pretty good to have. Blackthorn, the pen is mightier. What was that for? Oh, I opened 10 letters. Go me. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and threw himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe those other demons jabbing his pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could ask the old bastard what's got him hot and bothered. Assuming it's just a forge. I think this guy might be in love with Blackthorn.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Oh, Blacksmith Blues 2, okay. Okay, so and the plus sign means I'm getting like a new type of like equipment out of it, more than likely. Interesting, that wasn't the only one here. We also got another one over here. Weird science. There's quite a few things going on. All right, Blackthorn, what are you sad about this time?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Oh, will you leave me the fuck alone?
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass.
Cuirass?
Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
More new hot shit?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade.
Buster sword.
The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
If you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
And me too.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Good luck, bitch.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
I gotta go talk to her about some other shit too, so 2 birds, 1 chat.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read.
Nah.
Congratulations.
Hi, me over here now.
I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats.
They not Torgal
He
treats.
used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual.
Speak for yourself, mister.
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
I know New Game Plus, okay? Me getting kind of tired.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
I would say that this actually could relate to what I was just asking about. Like, well, maybe he's got like some extra. Maybe if I do this quest, I'll get like, I don't know, more abilities or the ability to control when he transforms or whatever. But it didn't have a plus on it, so probably not. Anyway, also Karen.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I know I'm looking well. You just talked to me 10 seconds ago.
Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
Yeah, you
I
know.
suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that.
I'm mooning you.
Knack's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Okie dokie. Pockerdase, what's wrong with my doggo?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite.
That
All
rhymed.
canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient.
We gotta get him like an actual, like,
Frostwolves,
big
after
juicy
all,
crystal he's gonna bite out of.
Far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients.
Oh, okay.
As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
So I gotta go kill some
Recall
goats.
ever
Got
seeing
it.
any that large.
Big goat.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Gotta find me an antelope. Ha! That's funny. Mid's here is called Mid's Dungeon. Aptly named, I say. Oh, interesting. Mid has actually not returned yet either. I thought this quest might have been with her.
That's it then. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Why not?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like.
Oh, this is
Alright.
to make my potions better again.
Proper job!
Yeah.
So what
Another
exactly
potion
do you need for
upgrade.
this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief.
Bomb ass.
Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king.
Bomb
They leave 'em
king?
behind when they die, see?
That sounds fun.
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Okie dokie
Thank you
smoky.
kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a potion upgrade quest. Which I'm okay with. Better potions is like, essentially, it's like upgrading your Estus flask in this game. All right, Moogle buddy. Got any bomb sightings?
I share the Bomb King, Kupo, so I have a billet that might interest you.
Ooh, still in rank B though. The Croc of Sanbreque. Okay, sounds good. To the Croc. Oh, also you.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
Oh, yeah, ASMR, let's go.
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to
How the
certain lenders.
fuck is that possible?
And it's
Don't keep hiring him like $1 million.
my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say.
God damn it,
I can
Goat.
straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
It's right fucking there.
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the
Clive?
man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame.
I haven't seen the Dame in forever.
And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million.
Oh my gosh.
5 million each.
Holy fuck.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you.
I should not have trusted you
It's
ever.
not my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
Where the fuck am I gonna get that
Right.
kind of money though?
But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself.
Or do we just have it
Is
stored
there anything I
somewhere?
can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean.
Just crack.
And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
If not, then fuck.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Bye, Goat.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No, I don't.
Ah, God, this is a funny one. I like funny ones. Yeah, dude, you know what we need in this moment? This game needs its own fucking goofy music, right? Like fucking My Homie from Persona 5. It just goes to going like while this shit's happening, needs some goofy music. Payback.
I'm sorry to drag you into this, Master Clive. It's just I couldn't think who else to ask, and
You're always so willing to help everyone.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck me.
Always something in there.
It's always fucking something, isn't it? Oh, there's a spot over here I haven't been to yet. I was like, I'm looking around, I'm looking for the croc. I'm like, I can't find one in an area called that. And I realized there's actually a spot down here I've yet to go. Found where the Bomb King is. There it is, the croc. And also Heaven Hall. Not much going on in Heaven Hall here. I'm assuming again that this is gonna be for like a bounty at some point as well. All right, there he is, just hanging out. He's sleeping. Wakey, wakey. Oh, Bomb King. All right, time to beat his ass.
What we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty? Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Holy shit. Oh wait, interesting. He doesn't have a... Oh, he doesn't have a brake bar or whatever. Uh-oh. Whoa! Oh god, he's summoning his friends. Fuck it, then. There's no point then in fucking waiting around. Hold this. Oh my god. Well, that was the right move for that, because they just nuked themselves with the... my Thunderbolt thing. Uh-oh. Oh god. Oh my god, there's a lot of shit happening on screen right now. Puts it down you. Whoo! Okay, there we go. If I can't break him or whatever, I can't. Then all I can do is just absolutely throw all my moves at him. No reason to hold back. Bomb Ember.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash.
There we go.
This looks like the stuff. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
And that was the only one in existence, so, you know, good luck with that. All right, while I'm here, let's go ahead and drop off what the dame needs. Get her kneecap's before she comes and breaks her kneecaps.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
How the hell is anyone supposed to work with all these thick cockney accents and everyone
Actually, technically, I don't think these accents are cockney, but that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. You guys actually... I remember there was a comment a few episodes ago where someone actually really talked about all the different variations of English accents that are in this game, which was quite interesting.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
But yeah, it's quite a large variety. We have northern, southern, and so forth.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Oh, talk dirty to me,
Tell asked
Clive.
me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me.
Come on. Fuck me.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing. Nor does the hideaway.
What?
My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Interesting. By the way, you guys did also point out to me that when I was asking before about like when I was in that one quest with the bread guy, when I made like a choice, did it actually matter? Apparently it didn't. No, it did not in fact matter. Quite a few of the choices in this game do not actually matter, except for ones like, you know, when I had to choose between Taria and Jill. Because then, you know, I got a different interaction, which, yeah, it's definitely kind of a bummer. I was afraid of that. The sort of illusion of choice, which a lot of games do. You know, I always refer, my best or favorite example of the illusion of choice will always be the Brave Fencer Musashi quote, where near the beginning of the game, the old man tells you to go study up on the bad guy, and you can choose between either I'll hit the books or no, studying sucks. And I always course pick up, nah, studying sucks. And then the old man will go, if thou will be a sloth, the princess will never be saved and we'll all die because you're a fucking dickhead. And then you can double down and be like, but I hate studying. And then he just says the same thing again and again and again and again until eventually you have to just say yes. The illusion of choice. I have a very distinct feeling when I come to Martha's Rest, she's gonna say the same damn thing too.
I don't want your dirty blood money, Clive!
Just fucking take it already, come on!
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this.
Lady, will you just fucking take
It's worth
it?
at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Yeah.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Okay. Then also a bone to pick. Yes, go kill some antelope.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Indeed. I guess these are, okay, these are giant antelopes.
You hungry, Torgal?
You hungry, boy? Oh, we super hungry. This is gonna make so many toggle stacks. Time to kill the fuck out of this wildlife. Ah, fucker. How dare you, demon, touch me? I'm gonna punch the... Dare you? Punch the fucking needle. Time for some overkill! I got 800 billion experience for killing those antelope. Damn, I have a lot of money right now. I have 100K. Holy shit. How'd I get this much money?
No.
Here you go, boy.
Will it be enough, I wonder?
Oh, he's dancing around it.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks.
Me done already. Where's more?
You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Big puppy.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Big puppy. Who's the biggest puppy? Who's the big... Come on, I'm trying to... Oh, come on, Gabe, just hold on the next one. Big puppy. Who's that big puppy? All right, go over here for something.
People take
right.
Men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Yeah, the weird guy.
The same dreams.
Tell the blacksmith.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac.
Save me!
Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
You suck my
An
balls.
audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Or I will die in shame.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Okie dokie. So that is over here. Ah, yes, this area, which didn't... I remember coming over here and there was like nobody here. Which means that everything's just saved for a quest line at some point, right?
Come on, lads.
Come on, lads. Ah, oh, fuck. Ow, that hurt a lot. Nuke this bitch. And dead.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
He
What
has a
shall I
need.
call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Ha!
A
Cute.
formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike and hone their blades
Some
to
Bushido
such
blade shit.
perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more.
What the fuck?
But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness.
Too sharp.
A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke.
Ah, thank you.
Far rarer among collectors than even the blade
Very convenient.
itself. And a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
It's well past your bedtime, my lord.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Uh-oh.
Lord Byron Rosfield.
Yikes.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Never heard of the guy.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again.
He wouldn't be if he knew who I was related to.
Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
How wet can I make Blackthorn with this whetstone? All right, Karen, Bones.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh?
Nah.
That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup.
Bark. Yes, it will.
All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
One, I mean 5.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Okay.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
Yeah.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty.
Me like anyone to feed me.
That number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's the best doggo there ever was. He's a good little fur baby. Cavil's Fang slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Interesting. Only slightly, though.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
Take a whetstone.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece.
So make it for me, then.
Nah. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it.
Yeah, fuck off.
I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Alrighty. What new shit can I make this time? Excalibur! That sounds cool. Hey, here we go. Bomb Ember and Grimalkin Hide, plus some Scarletite. And it is quite good. It's actually quite a bit better than what I have. The modern day plays such as the Adventures of Sir Crandall have taken to embellishing the tales considerably. Historians do agree that long ago the nations of Valisthea were for a short time united under a single king and his brand of loyal knights. Whether or not he was indeed crowned upon a drawing sword from a stone is a matter still up for debate. Really? Are we saying this game's universe takes place in the same universe as freaking Arthur? Cool. Cool looking sword. I like it. All right, dude, I got your bullshit.
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Make my potions even danker. Sometime later.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try.
Oh, I can actually hold more potions. Is that what it's saying? Increase the maximum number I can hold, as opposed to just making it stronger. That would also be good.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah, I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without
and all our plot interrupting bullshit.
Discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag.
Or my sack. So you should have said my sack.
There's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is. Weird science. Tree of Potion Satchel. Necessary for increasing consumable inventory capacity. Yep. Inventory increased. You have obtained a treated potion satchel, hereby increasing your capacity for carrying consumables. Wow. Okay, so potions go up 2, high pushes up 1, and strength and stone skin up 1 as well. Well, that's awesome. Finally, let's talk to Goat about goats.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
Also,
how may I help you today, Clive?
Kupka, when Only I don't know how. I wish you would.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
a life from the heavens. The goddess Gregor teaches us to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good if we are to accept this truth that then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw. Humble servant. High cleric's medallion, which I think must be an even higher healing accessory. Yep, healing potion by 25% of high potions, specifically high potions. Well, that's pretty dope.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Damn it, you wrinkly bitch, will you just take this fucking star ruby?
But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Hell yeah, I am.
Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby.
Ruby?
A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind.
Me.
Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Was the dame again?
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump.
Lump.
I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times.
The cup?
It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable.
Oh, fuck.
Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own.
Aww.
Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Oh. Oh, hey. Whoa, you know, flashback? Hell yeah.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
No, it's going in my trophy bin.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Oh.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
Oh.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Well, that might have been one of the best side quests in the whole game so far. Holy shit. Goddamn, I wish most of the side quests had that level of, like... Hey, funny enough, gave me the least amount of experience than all the other ones. I wish most of the other side quests that were, you know, story-driven, necessarily, had that level of effort and cinematography and shit. Holy shit, I was like, I'm getting a flashback, and oh my god, it's in cutscene mode right now. I'm like, damn, that... Like, again, it seemed like pretty, like, whatever, like, initially, and then it had an amazing ending, and then you realize, oh, what, you get now what they were trying to show here, right? Going around to all the different people, and everyone's like, hey, we were, don't have to worry about paying us back. We were all literally just as enraptured by Sid because of who he was, Shit. Well, that was fantastic. Sid's goblet. Miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held onto the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend before giving it to Clive, knowing that Sid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. So I'm actually still missing quite a few things here. Look seriously, look how many different things I still have yet to get. All right, let's go back to what we were doing, which also has a quest along the way, by the way.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Uh-oh. Well, hello there.
We'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Yeah, I'll go beat some ass.
No doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart.
That's a cat.
Seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however,
you guys suck.
Have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out?
Only if I get some free shit out of it.
They'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Sure.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
Yeah, big, broad, sexy shoulders.
You came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Okie dokie.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Yeah. Da. All right, well, here we go. Oh my god. Dead. Oh, yeah. Stabbed him right in the dick. And a level up.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
First, I must kick this. There it is.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
My cabbages!
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Thanks. Actually, there might be like a twist to this. I thought these guys were gonna turn on me or something. Guess not.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
Slightly precarious. Hi, dickheads.
Take a while.
Bye, dickheads. Ooh, cool. Welcome to Niagara Falls. The final sin. This is where sin died.
So this is Zemeckis.
Before the first calm.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls.
Cool.
Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers.
Ha.
To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
Clive loved his shonen manga.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
The Battle of the Gods. Just gonna tie into some mythos shit or something. Meanwhile, and the Crystalline Dominion, seat of the Imperial Court. Audience chamber. Uh-oh.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
He's over there playing on his Game Boy.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
Again, does he talk?
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Long live the king.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
Of a god!
The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father, I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
Oh.
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths.
The fuck?
Regarding the nature of nations, of rulers.
Annabella, what are you doing?
And of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
Canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men.
He says something.
They're so boring.
He speaks.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Impure blood? What the fuck? What is going on?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Okay?
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside.
Yeah.
His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Yeah? Goddamn, the environments really in this game really are fucking gorgeous. This shit looks incredible. Look at all this. Look at all the cool these, like, fucking cliffsides look. You know how hard it is to make a cliffside look like, actually, like, wow. Impressive? It's a fucking cliffside, for God's sakes.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
Ah.
If the siege
Randala!
breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Oh, I'm done for.
Come on, me guys. I'm just gonna come over here and grab this chest. Ugh. Empty shard. All right, yeah, that's it. Keep doing what you're doing. Ancient sword. Ooh, I do not imagine it's better than the thing I just got. It'd be hilarious if it was. Nope. It looks kind of neat though. Kinda. But not as cool as Excalibur.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Nobody can live without that fucking crystal. Nobody. The bitches.
No need to ride from here.
Bucklewood Markets. Buckling.
No crystals here. This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Fucking better. Not waiting for his fat ass. Hey, sandstone orchestrion roll. And thank God, 15 more sharp fangs. What would I do without those?
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
You say that, but all your shit is literally the same things I've been seeing everywhere. But you do have the betrayal orchestrion roll. I'll take that.
Fine choice.
Cool.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
Please leave me alone, God! Pancakes!
How much? For a measly crust of bread? You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
Inflation is high.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
Yeah, we're just trying to get out of here.
Checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
He's hard to miss. Oh, he's right there.
Ah, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
What did you do?
It's betrayed us, pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me.
A bairn?
Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
The dirty street rats.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
Okay.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
Is that Lulu?
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then...
Just a slight spanking.
We can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all.
Right.
And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
So they changed them or something?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. but the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that.
Let's do that.
Hey, we don't want to get spotted, right?
Come on, guys.
So even find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Is this like her mark or something? Yep. Her seal.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
To catch a thief. Alrighty. Go catch the dirty street rats. Ew, no. Please, no.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah.
I need a chair.
Collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. We should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Okie dokie.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked!
Give me all your fish, lady.
Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here.
I'll pretend to be a child and see if I get their
doubt they're
attention.
The ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Come and taste my peaches. They're sweet as...
Please don't say that, ma'am.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you
And they
alone.
got an actual child to voice this kid. I do always appreciate that, you know? That's, to me, it's like, that's really going the extra mile. Especially if they do a good job. That was actually surprisingly good. What do you want today?
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it.
You little asshole.
So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
You fucking lied to me.
Juggle snake spit.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
And funny enough, a lot of these other kids are actually voiced by adults. Like this one here, I'm pretty sure is an adult.
Come on!
It's very likely they honestly probably just had maybe like, because like Joshua, younger Joshua was definitely voiced by an actual child. And few of the other kids definitely have sounded like children too. I imagine they probably had maybe like 3 or 4 kids or something actually voice the roles here. So they just kept juggling them to like, all right, then now you can voice this random NPC over here.
Must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy!
Daddy! I'm so fucking hungry, Daddy! Make me a sandwich, Daddy!
That big fat donkey was easy pickings.
Now an actual kid
You
again.
wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit! We're in trouble now!
Shit!
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hansa, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
Time for a chase scene.
Right.
Jill. It's gonna be like the Yakuza chase scenes where Kira chases after the guy, picks him up at the end, goes "Arr!" after laying him out.
Gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
But what? There it is. Nowhere to run, Hansa.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you.
Yes, I am. Die!
I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
No, wrong thing.
Don't hurt him.
Yeah, I know.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Eloise's brother?
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
Yep.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Sorry for almost stabbing you in the dick before.
What do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
I was like, where did the music stop? Quest complete. Sort of.
Oh.
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the Carstones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then.
Alrighty then.
Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Leighton's cleft is to the south past the camp.
Big guy.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Why, though?
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Let's go kick their ass.
Oh, I'm ready.
I was born ready.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck me. Get the fucking fucks in the... Oh! We're gonna slap that... Oh, fuck. Nuke 'em. Duke nuke 'em. Bye-bye. That was a visceral sounding death scream. All done.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Mine.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goots's pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid.
You got me.
Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
No.
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor.
And my axe.
The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
Oh, okay, another seal.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Cool. Are joined to form one.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey.
It's kind of a cute dynamic, right?
His pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
No thanks.
We'll try the caravan.
I don't think I have any more star rubies in my pocket. Yeah, cute dynamic where she handles the upper class and he handles like the lower, the scum of the earth. All right, got my trader's pass. Ooh, thunderstorm cooldown by 2.7. Is that, wait, which one's that again? Oh, that's this one. I'm not using this one. Though this one is pretty good. Oh God, and we also have more new quests. Holy shit.
Now I just need to see about getting the word. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste.
You're a man of culture, you might say.
Sympathize of my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sure.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern.
Okay. Thank you. Here you go, sir.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
You have a very similar looking face.
Sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Bugger me.
Bugger me!
If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sanbreque.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
Okie dokie. Alright, ma'am, what do you want?
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
It's not a sellsword I ran to earlier, is it?
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Okay, and then this guy.
Would you... That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have...
Yes, you need a sword for hire. Alright, yes.
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history...
Investigate some ruins. Rare companion.
You will not only...
Yes, return myself some material wealth. Alright, sure.
Where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road. Quickly!
Which is also where I need to go for another quest.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Sorry, I might start skipping through a little bit of some of this dialogue if it just seems like, all right, go do the thing, and a blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna go and give Goats his pass back real quick.
Here you are, good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it!
Me pass!
Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
The police! Oh, wait.
And we already have. Miss Earl's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out of the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it, then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
Then use that to stab you in the back.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
See you, Goats.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
Oh shit, I might have actually locked myself into this shit. I thought I was gonna talk to him and then we'd be like, all right, then you can control it. But, might have, just set myself down here before finishing these other things. Oh well. I guess they'll be there when I get back. Meanwhile, seat of the Imperial Court.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am.
That's how he learned about Ultima, was from Joshua.
I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
That fucking flower.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gill.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear.
Oh.
That his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
You're about to make that shit a reality, ma'am.
Tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness.
Someone needs to smoke this bitch.
Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
What the fuck does she want? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Just want to put your son on the throne and then just, I don't know, fucking hang out till retirement? Lady!
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Tea time is over.
Let us take to the skies together and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Yeah, we can both fly.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Fuck yeah. Fuck that lady. Your spoiled son. Oh shit, that's what I thought. I just gotta lock myself out, and now I can't go anywhere, and again, can't save, so I have to keep going a little bit further. I know this episode's already quite long at this point. I'm so fucking wasted, dude. Oh my god. Don't throw up on me or you're gonna get a big old helping a bite in the ass.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
Go sleepy time. What the hell is that?
What is it, boy?
Uh-oh. Medicine girl, who keeps showing up.
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal.
Did Torgal just jump all the way up here?
This way.
That was a high balcony. The fuck is going on? Ooh, cool. Fire in the sky.
The city's on fire.
But Shogun's is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
I can't save it this time? What the hell? Wait, hold on. Can I exit? Oh, I can. Good. Can I just go over here? Progress we lost upon leaving the... Okay, that's fine. Sure. I'm glad. Okay, at least lets me do that. I was like, oh, don't lock me in. I can't even save now. All right, well, I think with that, guys, I think this is probably a good spot to end things here for now. We'll clear out some of these other side quests next time before hopping into clearly what is going to be the next big epic fucking moment for this game. So yeah, this episode definitely had a little bit of that same kind of feeling of a little bit of padding. I would say it was at least a bit more interesting than the whole thing with Mid and the boat at the very least. But it does kind of make me wonder what the game would potentially be like if all of those moments were just essentially cut out and they just kind of had like, you know, like, I don't even know if they're even necessary really, because we already have like essentially these moments that are like, you know, like Joshua talking with Dion and, you know, these other like smaller talks that are still acting as like de-escalating moments, you know, like it just feels like almost like on top of that, we got to have like even more stuff just to stretch it out. Cause like, I don't know, it almost makes you feel like they're doing it because they feel like we got to hit a certain like number of hours, right? Cause we're a Final Fantasy game. I don't know. I'd be curious to know what the thought process behind it all was. Again, at least it wasn't nearly as bad in my opinion as the mid boat quest. That easily is the worst one. I think honestly the reason why it actually feels maybe worse than it even really was is because this is following after that, you know? So I'm already like a little salty after that one, right? Like this would have been completely fine on its own, but I'm just like after that I'm just like, you know? But I am looking forward to seeing where this shit goes, because to me it looks like Dion has every reason to fight alongside us, right? So I don't really see any reason why we should actually have to fight him. We want the same thing. Annabella needs to fucking die. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoy this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a favorite. And subscribe if you're not already. Become Picky Penguin. I'll be with the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.